Good evening, and welcome again to Curse of Strahd. Hey everybody, welcome to Dork Tales. I'm your Dungeon Master Kelly, and tonight we are doing a special episode of Curse of Strahd because I was super smeepy last time, and we didn't actually run on Saturday as planned. With me, as always, are my four lovely players, which I think we should introduce right now, starting with Shasta.
Oh, hello. I'm Amy. I'm playing Shasta Denmora, the half-elf paladin.
All right. Speaking of the bottom row, hey Zan.
Hello. Hi everyone. I'm Zan. The plan. I have great plans. I don't know how I'm going to pull them off, but I'm going to try. Finger guns.
Finger guns are a good plan.
All right. Hello, Brother Karis.
Hi, I'm Neil, and I'm playing Brother Constantius Karis of the Welcoming Flame.
And finally, Dawncaller.
Hi, I'm Christine, and I'm playing Illican Dawncaller Vaimelaga, what was it? Goliath. That's what I wanted to say, half-orc, but I knew it was wrong. But it's Goliath. Goliath barbarian. So I'm huge and mean.
All right,
not
and
green.
No, not green.
Where we were
Kinda gray.
last, kind of gray.
Yeah.
So you're one of the Hulks.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Well, that's
Of some
all,
sort.
That's all that really matters. Just that you're a Hulk.
The best Hulk.
The Hulk, She-Hulk. You know how it is.
Oh, She-Hulk is the best Hulk, sorry.
It's true. I'm really hoping that they cast Alison Brie, but anyway. All right. Last time on Curse of Strahd, your party attempted to get Ireena to the town of Kretz. Now, as you were traveling, you encountered some strange things on the road, as is common in Barovia, and actually made it to Kretsk without much of a problem. However, you were turned away at the gate. The town is shuttered up in fear of what haunts the night, and is unwilling to help those who cannot help them first. As with everyone, they appear to be lacking in wine. But luckily, the Wizard of Wine's vineyard is not terribly far away. You decided to go and find out why the wine supply had been halted and acquire some new wine. When you made it to the Wizards of Wine, you came across a number of hooded figures hiding in the forest just outside of the winery. They identified themselves as the actual owners of the winery, who had been ousted by several druids the night before, along with a small army of blights. Finding your courage, you went inside and quickly made work of the druids, slaying them and destroying the vampiric rod that allowed them to control the blights, sending them all back to what cursed place they came from. As most of you went to the basement to finish off one of the last druids, Ireena and Zan were separated and ran outside to confront another fleeing druid who managed to make it far into the distance. Unfortunately, it wasn't the only thing that was outside. And as you watched the druid vanish into the distant wood, the thunderclouds clapped overhead. There we go. Thundercloud wasn't clapping hard enough. And an ominous wind blew, as a figure strode down from the skyline bestride an actual nightmare, a dark mare of fiery hair and nostrils and flaming eyes. The man atop this steed was none other than Count Strahd. And this is where we return to our story. Strahd von Zarovich sits atop his nightmare, not 50 feet from you. The nightmare clops down onto the wet soil, almost disdainfully looks down. Above you, you can see that the moon is cast into darkness by a roiling cloud. Ireena, her sword drawn, holds it in front of herself. And Zan, you can see that next to you, she is trembling. But that's not it. This is the one I want. The man on the horse looks down at you and smiles wickedly. Well met, my friend. You bring her to me.
How far away is she from me?
She's about 5 feet from you. She's just right next to you. You are chasing this druid basically step in step.
I will kind of make a couple side steps over and take her by the wrist and I guess give the count kind of a half curtsy, nod, bow, I guess.
What is your name? Strange one.
Sorry, I was told not to speak unless spoken to, sir. Count, Lord, perhaps, proper introductions. Yes, you're right. My name is, but everyone calls me the Plan.
What a wonderful plan. The Plan. What do you wish for? You want to go home?
Yes, that'd be great. Can I do that now?
Very soon. You have my word. On one condition. Ireena. Well, that's a fail. Come to me. His eyes glow a dull red, and he holds out his left hand. Ireena jerks, as if lifted by marionette strings. Her eyes glaze over, and she begins to take a step towards Strahd. What do you do, Zan?
I will say, speaking of home, and I will start to go the other direction, yoinking her arm with me as I go.
Do not leave the Plan, my friend.
I've never left the Plan.
Can you give me a wisdom save, Michael?
I can try.
Can Zan give me a wisdom save anyway?
Where is my wisdom? Oh, of course. That's a 1.
Are you kidding?
No.
All right.
Oh,
So Michael, you are charmed. Oh, Zan is charmed. The target regard him as a trusted friend to be heeded and protected. You aren't under his control, but you take his requests and actions in the most favorable way, and you'll even let him bite you if he wants. Each time Strahd or his companions do anything harmful to you, you can repeat the saving throw, ending the effect. So this means any offensive maneuver, anything like if they cast a harmful spell on you, anything like that, you can reroll. Otherwise, it lasts for 24 hours or until Strahd is destroyed.
Oh, good.
So, please, stay a while. I expected more from you than just running away.
I wasn't running. I was anticipating heading home as soon as I can. But honestly, now that you mention it,
we have a simple agreement. You bring her to me, and I will allow you to leave Barovia.
Well, I'm not going anywhere. Wait. How do I leave and bring her?
Bring her to me now, and then you may leave.
Oh. I guess that makes sense. Wait, aren't we both here right now? Or are we going somewhere else?
Release her.
Okay. I'll let her hand go.
My friend, will you do me a favor?
I can try.
Your friends, they're still inside of the vinery.
Guess so.
Do bring them out.
Okie dokie.
All right. So what do you do, Zan?
Yeah, I will trundle off.
Okay, so rushing into the winery. The rest of you find yourself down in the basement. Having just slew a druid, you find yourself... whoop. One sec, guys. I'm just gonna... Whoop. So I can't hear anything, Amy, for you typing, so do what you need.
Cool.
All right, rushing inside, you... the rest of you are down in the basement. And you've just slain a druid. The basement lays out in front of you. What was your intention to do next?
Well, Shasta was not letting fresh blood go to waste because
Oh, that's
she
right.
might as well, nip that in the bud before she has to make another deal with that hunger again.
Mm-hmm.
So she was gonna...
All right. So back there, we return to you knelt over the corpse of the druid, drinking down his musty, slightly mossy blood.
Well,
It's thick and coats the inside of your mouth and goes down your throat in rivulets. You catch your breath a moment later, sated, and absent-mindedly wipe your mouth with his dead hand.
Ooh.
You don't even realize you're doing it until it's done, the inhumanity of the act catching you somewhat off guard. What are the rest of you doing while Shasta is doing that?
Collar's just gonna have a look and then turn around and start, checking for anything else hiding away in the space.
All right, give me a perception roll.
15.
15. All right, let me just get to the winery, because I really feel like the books that Wizards of the Coast does should honestly be top flip, just to make life easier. All right, so you are in the cellar. Looking around the wine cellar, you will see that, for one, your breath appears in the air. It's markedly colder down here, and you imagine this body will last for quite a while. Along the wall on the portion of the cellar that you are, you'll see that there are 3 barrels with a bit of frost alongside of them. Each one has emblazoned alongside of them grape mash number 3. Purple grape mash number 3, that is. The cheapest wine, but 3 barrels of it. Exactly what you were here to get. You said 23?
No, 15.
15, okay.
I mean, it can be 23 if you want.
All right. You'll also notice that there are 40 bottles along the wine rack that you're standing next to. The labels of which show that the wine is the winery's Red Dragon Crush, the finer variety.
The good stuff.
The good stuff, yes. Did you take anything?
No. If they don't give me what they said they would give me at the end, I'll just break their heads.
All right, Brother Karas, how about you?
Brother Karas has gone back upstairs to mark in some way the vat we saw the druid dumping whatever they were dumping into last time.
Something marked on it last time, so you should be able to identify it.
Okay, we marked out a lot. I couldn't remember if we marked it last session.
We did mark it last session, so
Okay.
you can go and cast remove or purify food and drink or whatever on it.
I would need to sleep before I do that.
Okay.
We are wrecked.
Moving upstairs to confirm things. Ismark is actually going to hang next to you so that no one goes alone. I don't hear anything.
Nor do I. It is concerning.
I don't like this. I don't like this at all, my friend.
Have you seen Zan or your sister?
No, and that's troubling me. As you rise up from the spiral staircase leading into the basement into the main area next to the loading dock, Zan, which door are you coming in through? There's the loading dock door, and then there's the side door that are open.
Which one did I leave by? Probably go back through that.
Okay, so as Brother Karis, as you exit and walk into the room with the vats, you can see that Zan has just run in through the side door.
Zan, are you alone? That's just a question for you, or did you bring...
Yes?
Zan, where is Ireena?
With his lordship.
What?
I don't know what his name was. Like, he's got some fancy title. You know, the guy.
The guy?
Yeah.
The winery master?
No, not him. He was on a big horse.
At this point, Shasta and Dawncaller have probably headed upstairs as well?
Yep.
All right.
I mean, I probably checked the body of the guy I just, ate from.
He's a druid with not much to him.
Yeah.
You'll be able to find there are 8 gold coins
Sweet.
on his corpse, as well as a rusty knife.
I'll leave that.
Okay.
That's gold.
Actually, make me an investigation roll real quick.
Sure. Hold on, let's see what that adds up to. 12.
He has a silver dining fork with an elongating telescoping rod attached to it. And he also has a dice bag full of mouse skulls.
Is the dice bag nice?
Can anything really be nice if it's full of mouse skulls?
Possibly, yes.
Depends how
Okay.
clean they are.
Exactly.
They're very clean. He's like the predator of mouse
nice.
skulls.
Yeah, never know when you need a bag full of mouse skulls. I'll take it.
Okay.
And what was the fork? It was a...
It's basically a fork on a telescoping rod. So like an antenna fork.
He's into
antenna
fondue.
fork.
Yeah. I mean, not
Or it's a
anymore.
back scratcher? I don't
Back
know.
scratcher.
That's what I was
Backscratcher.
thinking, yeah. Okay,
All
I'll
right.
check that.
And so you'll check the body and head upstairs. As you round the stairwell, you'll see Zan talking across the vat room to Brother Karis and Ismark. What?
Where's Ireena?
I don't like this.
Well, she's out there. Like, I'm supposed to get you guys and bring her back. She's
Right.
she's waiting for us.
What? Okay.
Did you
Ismark,
get that druid?
That? Does this strike me as weird? This strikes me as weird. This is weird. All of this is weird.
Ismark double times it out the door. And as soon as he rounds the door frame behind Zan, he looks up and shouts into the sky. No! What do the rest of you do?
Dawncaller will bolt for the door.
I
Yes, that's
beat
gonna go.
feet after. Probably yelling something like, Ismark, wait, don't go alone.
His dangerous to go alone. Here, take this. Throws Zan after him.
No, take the cleric. Take the cleric.
Cleric doesn't have any more spells.
Oh.
I have lots more spells. I just don't have purify food and drink prepared.
Oh.
That's fair.
All right. Do you all rush outside?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. As you all rush outside, you will see that standing atop the hill, well, astride a flaming mount atop of the hill, is a handsome man with pale skin and glowing red eyes. And draped across the saddle is an unconscious Ireena.
Oh, shit.
My friends, you have finally come out. How have you enjoyed the hospitality of my country?
It has been largely pleasant, but we would like it if you could return to us the young woman who seems to be passed out on the back of your horse, and kindly allow us to leave.
I've already told your friend, if you wish to leave Barovia, you may.
And
Perhaps you wish to take her from me?
Well, I mean, I wish for you to return her in a manner that is equitable and fair. I'm not much into taking, but you should not take her as well. No one should take anyone. That is all I am proposing.
I'm
edging towards him.
And he is aware of it.
Yeah.
Ismark moves over to your flank, his sword drawn. Fiend, return her! The lesser. I'm sorry I could not make the funeral. Let us have a wager. You want her back? I could use the exercise. With a creak of his saddle, Strahd slides off of his horse. And he smiles and holds his hands open as he walks toward you.
I have a question. When Shasta had her first, whole dying thing,
Yeah.
I feel like you described her seeing a figure or a person.
Yes.
Was it him? Does she recognize him?
You can make me an intelligence check.
I will roll and do an intelligence check. Is it just straight int?
Yep.
14.
The silhouette looks very familiar with the moon behind him right now.
Yeah, because that's probably sort of what it looked like when, the whole weird dying thing. Hopefully, maybe.
You want her back?
Shasta's gonna take couple steps backwards.
Yes, we want her back. What is your wager? This is not a commitment to taking it, merely an interested inquiry.
You could just kill me. Prove your might.
How about no one kills anyone and we all go happily without our business? Please?
You have a little bit of blood. I see you drink as well.
Shasta will go even more pale than she already is and wipe off the corner of her mouth.
It's good to know the druids did not go to waste. I make you an offer. Barovia. You wish to leave? Yes?
Yes, but we wait to hear your offer.
I guess I would like to leave.
Well, either you kill me now, or in 7 days, you will come and attend my wedding. Then, you are free to go. It's so hard finding fresh blood. I mean, guests in Barovia. Sorry, the joke was too easy. Attend the ceremony as my guests for bringing me Ireena Koliana. You may leave. I would never. You might. He waves his hand again. You know what? I'm going to give him advantage on that. Alright. Hey! He actually succeeded. Strahd's eyes glow red for another moment, and Ismark, his sword wavers for a moment, and then, just as it slides out of his supporting hand, he suddenly jerks to, as if falling asleep for a moment, and grips his sword tighter. If I attack him, do you have my backs? Do you have my back?
Of course.
He casts a look at Dawncaller and Shasta.
Dawncaller won't respond, but just attack.
Okay, I want initiative off of everybody. So for purposes, so for general purposes, I don't have a battle map for this because you're... Actually, maybe I do. Hold on. No, I don't. It's like a field over here. Kind of. It's a big stretch of green over above with the word wizard.
Cool.
So it's a big green field. And so I need an initiative off of everybody.
A natural 20.
Nice. Okay. Wow. Good job, Ismark. I think he's going last. Strahd's initiative bonus is... Oh, really? Okay. Okay. Did anybody else get 20 or above?
For me.
Okay, so... Alright. Any 15 or up?
Yes. 18.
Okay. Brother Karas and Zan, what'd you get?
7?
7?
Yeah.
Oh, I got one more. I have 8.
Okay. So that's going to be Zan, BK, and Ismark with the 6. I think that you guys are descending order. All right, beginning of the round. So basically, Strahd is about 20 feet ahead of you all. He's been just slowly walking toward you with his hands out. Behind him, about 50 feet now, his horse is walking in a wide arc, keeping a wary eye on all of you. As it snorts, gouts of flame rip and burn the dewy ground. And Dawncaller, as you raise your axe and yell, the thunder is going to strike overhead, and the fight has begun. Alright, so, as you grab your weapons and advance, Strahd is going to smile and is going to hold his action. Dawncaller.
Okay, I would like to rage.
Okay.
Sweet. That is a 25 to attack.
That is definitely a hit.
Okay, so that is...
So how are you attacking?
I am just full on leaping and bringing them all down.
Alright, that sounds great. What's your armor class?
18.
Okay. That's okay. All right, so go ahead and roll me damage for the maul.
Okay.
And this is non-magical, right?
Some of it is. I've got Divine Fury now.
That's right.
I don't know if it helps that the maul is silvered now.
No, that does not help against Strahd.
Okay. So that is 16 normal damage and 6 radiant damage.
Nice. Okay, so 16. You bring it down, and the initial strike seems to only take half as hard as you think it's going to, but the divine strike ignites, and you see a little bit of a scald on the side of his cheek where it glances down across his face and into his chest. So he is going to take, you said it was
We're
8.
so fucked.
8, you said it was 8 for the magical or 6 for the magical?
6. Oh,
Okay.
actually, wait a moment. What's half of 3 in D&D?
2.
If
it's level.
Up or down.
Okay.
It's
I'll round
2?
up.
Okay, so add 2 to that for the magical. I forgot that it also took half my barbarian level.
All right, so you slam into his chest, and with preternatural speed, he steps to the side as the blow is coming down. It still grazes the side of his chest, doing a significant amount of damage, enough to cave in a normal man's head. But he steps to the side, and you are going to feel... Could have been way worse. Oh my god, that was a lot of 2s and 1s. He steps to the side and with one hand strikes you in the abdomen. You are going to take... You're going to take 7 points of bludgeoning damage. And 11 points of necrotic damage.
Okay, so 18 damage total?
Yep. But don't forget your bludgeoning divides by half when you're in rage.
Right. So that's 4? Is it up again or down?
It, Is it always round up or round down?
You always round down in D&D 5.
Okay. Well, I rounded up Christine's initial attack a little bit, but from now on, it'll be rounded down.
Round down? Okay.
Yeah.
So 3?
What
7.
was... Yeah, 7 becomes
7
3.
normal sounds, right?
That should be 3.
And then it was 11 necrotic.
It was 11 necrotic.
Okay.
His strike goes... his fist connects with your solar plexus, and you feel the life force just drain out of you. His touch alone is enough to turn off the sunlight. All right. Shasta, what do you do?
Great. Gonna get sword out, but is going to ready an action to attack only if he approaches because
Okay. All right. So are you're just readying attack this if he approaches?
Yeah, basically if he comes any closer,
Zan,
or if he goes after someone who's goes after I guess whoever's closest to her.
All right. Zan, what do you do?
I'm gonna go hide.
Okay.
Okay.
There's a convenient bale of hay about 20 feet away from here.
Oh, perfect. I'm diving into that.
All right. But it wasn't even there before. Where'd that come from?
Mm.
All right. Brother Cars, what do you do?
I'm going to start circling towards the horse where Ireena is.
Mhm.
And as I do that, I'm going to cast Bless on Shasta, Dawncaller, and Ismark.
Okay.
Add a d4 to saves and attack rolls until spell
Perfect.
ends.
Sweet.
Okay, so you're going toward the horse.
Does that include attacks? You said.
Yeah. Attack, but not damage.
Okay. Ismark is going to yell and charge. And as always, I always forget to have his character sheet out.
I felt like I had to live up to my flaw.
That's fair.
As you
There's
always
no
should.
room for caution. Even when it would be smart.
Fair.
All right, that's 2 hits. About damn time, bro. 1d8 and 1d8. Alright, so that's 9... 12 points of damage as he rushes in and... Oh! No, he counts as an NPC, so he has it on both. Alright, so that's 15 points of damage, which turns into 7. He rushes forward and strikes Strahd twice. His sword coming down and slashing through the side of the vampire's clothing. The vampire laughs and strikes him just as he struck you. That could have been worse. And Ismark is going to be knocked back about 5 feet by the strength of the blow. And as he brings his sword up, you can see a little bit of blood is trickling down his mouth. All right, beginning of the new round. Strahd did something at the end of round. Now it is... let's see. So you and Ismark are right next to him. Shasta is in the background. Let's see. Is this the best you have? He's going to laugh and is going to grab Dawncaller. And what's your armor class, Dawncaller?
18.
18. He's going to reach out as he says that and actually is going to miss. Oh! And as he smiles and says that, he's going to turn and he's going to hit Ismark again with another blow, knocking him to the ground. Oh, God. 22. The first one is 13, that's 22. Jesus, I'm glad he has a lot of hit points. Not that many hit points. He has 23 hit points left. He turns and quickly, without even looking, strikes Ismark in the throat. Ismark falls to the ground on one knee, clutching his throat. Dawncaller, it's your turn.
I'm gonna attack again.
All right, go ahead. Now, Dawncaller, as you are rushing toward, you will see that the slash in his side and the bash to his collarbone, as he turns and smiles at you, both of those wounds are going to mist away to nothing.
Why?
Just the barest bit of bruising on his cheek, it remains, but even that is slowly shrinking.
All right,
Like-
a true challenge then.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so that was a 24.
That is a hit.
Oh, sweet. Holy crap.
What'd you get?
I rolled full damage.
All right.
So that is 18 regular and 7 radiant.
All right. All right, 16 points of damage strike into him as you bring the maul down again. This time it slams in his shoulder and you feel the bone dislocate. He grunts and laughs. You should choke up a bit more. Bring your strength into the strikes! And your armor class is 18. He strikes out at you again and actually is going to miss you. His nails are going to rake directly in front of your throat, so much so that you'll actually get a tiny dribble of blood as they just barely break the skin. Good! I love a challenge. Shasta, what do you do?
Yeah, okay, I can't not get involved at this point. Yikes. Heck, I don't want this. She's gonna go and, like, attack him with her sword. This is a mistake. But I'm going to use inspiration. And you said that I have this D4 that I can add to it with bless? Yep.
Is that one time or always?
Until spell ends.
Oh, so Dawncaller, you would have added that to your attack and damage?
No.
Oh, you did?
No, just attack and saves. It's the saves that's the big deal against him. If he's
that was my first one anyways after Neil had done it, so...
Because I knock everything over on my desk.
But yes, I've got my fancy yellow D4.
And I'm gonna use my inspiration.
All right.
This is a bad idea. Whatever. Ugh. Good thing I use my inspiration.
Okay. What'd you
get? That's gonna be a 10. Oh, wait, with the D4, it's 14.
Is that with your...
I rolled a 6.
Is that your good roll?
Yep, the other one was a 1.
Oh, God.
Well, at least you didn't botch.
You didn't botch.
Yeah.
All right, so coming in close, you are still afraid. You are going to bring your blade down right behind him as he steps toward. And at this point, he is going to... Dawncaller, Dawncaller, he is suddenly behind you.
Mm-hmm.
And has his hand wrapped around your throat.
Okay.
You are grappled.
Okay.
You can attempt to escape on your turn.
Okay.
And with incredible strength, he starts pushing down on you. And you will feel the soft but icy cold breath in your ear as he leans forward and whispers, "You are almost a worthy challenge. Submit."
Just a...
No, it's just he's saying it.
Okay.
Submit. All right. Zan, what do you do?
Put more hay over my head.
All right. Now, I will say that the target... You can go ahead and make me a saving throw.
Yeah, keep going after your...
Because he's...
Well, no, he's your friend right now.
He's your friend. Well, you're
too.
all his friends right now, but he does have one of you by the throat. And you can see his fangs elongating as he speaks. From your
19.
hiding place. What'd you get?
19.
19. You are actually going to be able to shake off the effects.
Oh, good.
You come to suddenly seeing one of your companions that you have fought for your life alongside at the jaws of a vampire.
Awesome. I can't hurt him. I'm putting more hay over my head.
Okay. All right, make me a stealth roll. You can roll with advantage. All right, Brother Kairos, what do you do?
Heroic.
How far am I from the horse at this point?
Within 30 feet, it's eyeing you with a bit of a look of amusement. And as you make it pretty clear you're headed in its direction, it will turn toward you and it will hoof the ground a couple of times, flame erupting from the marks in the soil.
It's fine.
Maybe if I get it to buck, it'll drop Ireena, though. That's the... Unless she's tied on there. Getting thrown off a horse doesn't hurt that bad.
Not from, like...
Legit.
Could be way worse.
Yeah.
Not from her
Falling off
height.
a horse.
Yeah, me too.
Not too bad.
All right, so it's aware of what I'm doing. Brother Kars doesn't know anything about nightmares and whether they're intelligent creatures, but if it seems aware of what I'm doing...
Actually, they're surprisingly, wow, they're pretty wise, too. And very charismatic. It's a handsome horse.
Big horse energy.
That's what you're looking at, by the way.
They're great. They're delightful.
For those of you there. There we go. All right, so what are you going to try to do?
Okay. God, this word. You guys are going to get beat up by Strahd. I'm going to get beat up by his horse. I'm going to do what it least expects, and I'm going to try and rush the horse and just grab Ireena off the back. Because I figure if I can get her off the back, that's
Okay.
That's step one.
Okay, so hold on. Let me roll. I guess I should probably have rolled initiative for the horse.
Yeah. Good
Horse. All right. Okay, so you're going to rush forward. Are you going to try... So what's your tactic here? Just grab?
My tactic is honestly, just to try and like pull her off the back of the horse on the theory that she's not tied down. Like I could see if she was tied on or something.
She's not tied down.
Yeah, just get her off the back of the horse, and then I can stand between her and the horse, and I'm wearing a lot of armor.
You're gonna get kicked in his chest, probably.
Yes, but if I could get her off the horse, that's step one.
Yeah, okay.
And I mean, the horse is probably also going to try and avoid hurting her, so she's not going to get trampled at least.
Yeah.
All right. So go ahead and make me an attack roll to try to grab her. I think that's what we'll do. If you can beat the horse's armor class, you can get in close enough to grab her.
I'll let you know right now that I'm using my inspiration on this.
Okay.
Don't waste it, please.
19.
19. All right. Rushing in close, you catch the nightmare off guard and are able to shoulder it and pull Ireena off. Are you going to try to move out of the way?
My main goal is to be between her and the horse, and I recognize that may open me up to danger, but
is your armor class
my stated goal.
Above 19?
Is my armor class above 19?
Yes.
No, it's 18.
Okay, I just hit 18, so... All right, you are going to take 14 points of bludgeoning damage as it rears up and kicks you, as you called, as well as 9 points of fire damage as its flaming hoofs collide with your kidneys.
Spicy.
Wait, I might have something for this. Hold on. Horse. That doesn't sound like a horse. That sounds like a fart.
That's what they sometimes sound like.
That's good. I used to live next to a horse field, actually.
I used to go riding in the summer.
Well, good.
Me too.
As a kid, I was learning dressage.
And Uncle used to
Weird things
breed
you
horses.
All right. Ismark is going to climb off the ground and is going to rush him, and the first swing is going to miss, but the second one is going to pierce into Strahd's side, dealing 5 more points of damage. All right. Halved. It was 10. He rolled really well, but Strahd. All right.
Kelly?
Yes.
What was the total damage that I took? I should make a concentration check to maintain bless.
It was 7 points of fire damage and I don't
23? Was it 23?
I
took off 23 hit
points
points.
of
I think it was 23 total. Yeah, it was like 6.
Okay.
I think it was 16 bludgeoning and then whatever the fire was.
Yeah, because I rolled like 13 and the horse's
sense.
strength is 3.
That makes sense.
No, 4.
So it's a DC 23 con save.
You got this.
Natural 20.
Okay. You managed to hold your blessing on them. Strahd pushes down harder on your shoulder. Submit, and you will live. And I'm saving my reaction. What do you do?
I guess, is it a strength check for grappling?
It is a strength check to escape, yes.
I believe as the one grappled, you can use strength or dexterity.
Yes, you can.
Yeah.
Well, I also have advantage because I'm raging.
Okay.
So natural 20.
Okay.
And yeah.
All right.
I want to break that grapple.
I mean, you're gonna try.
Okay.
I had a held action on you.
Damn.
My reaction was, if you try to escape the grapple, I bite you. So, so I'm gonna bite you.
Mm-hmm.
But then you can try to escape. So if you survive the bite, you can escape.
Can I punch him in the face as a reaction?
Those
teeth?
We'll get there in a minute. All right. So I have a 21 to
They're
bite
long
you.
and spindly. They should be fragile.
Snap. Okay. Oh, this isn't terribly much damage. Okay. The pink one's the necrotic. All right. Never mind. Forget what I just said. All right. You are going to take 8 points of piercing damage.
Mm-hmm.
And you are going to take 6, 12, 13 points of necrotic damage. Your hit point total is reduced by 13.
Oh.
As in your cap is reduced by 13.
Oh, damn it. So, sorry, how much was the necrotic damage?
It was 13.
Okay.
Is that
So-
permanent?
It is, we'll find out.
Okay, cool. Good to know. Cool beans.
Okay,
As you try to break
one sec,
his...
I have to work this out now.
Sure.
Um,
So you're going to take a total of 4 points of piercing damage after it's halved. And the 13 just is 13.
Don't like that.
I don't like that either. Well, I mean, I like it just fine. What am I talking
okay then.
Strahd loves
I thought
it.
I had more hit points than I had. So
about? All right, so he bites into your throat. And drains your life force into him. At this point, though, you are going to break free of his grasp, and yeah, you are going to pull yourself away from him. And I believe that does take you... Does it take your entire action or just your move?
Your whole action, isn't it?
Yeah, I think it does take your whole action. But you're not... You know what? You got a nat 20. I'll let you do an attack with disadvantage.
okay.
What's the worst that'll happen is you'll hit Zan.
What?
I don't think
I'm
that's
way
the worst
over
that'll
here.
happen. Worst that'll happen
Okay.
is some...
Well, that sucks because I would have had a nat 20 otherwise. But
I mean, do you have your inspiration?
No. Don't worry about it. I still end up hitting with 24. So I rolled a 14,
Okay.
and I've got stuff to add to that. So
A lot of dice. A lot of bonuses.
well, I get Neil's dice too, right?
Oh yeah, there it is.
So I didn't roll that twice. I just figured it would apply to whichever one it was.
Yeah.
But I rolled max on that, which was nice. Okay, so that is 11 so 17 regular damage
Okay.
and 7 radiant. Now I'll smack that silvered maul right in the face.
All right. So you will turn and smack him across the face with your maul, knocking his head to the side with a sickening snap. And as his head is knocked to the side, you will see all of the bones of his neck start to protrude through the side of it. And then they'll slowly begin...
And they sink back and like snap back in place.
Yeah, it's... Just imagine how gross this is.
Yep.
Shasta.
Yeah,
Good hit, good
I'm
hit.
gonna swing my sword at his neck.
All right.
'Cause, fuck this. Oh. And
Does anybody have an advantage they want to give to Shasta?
don't waste
Sure.
it on me.
Oh, there it is.
You can take mine.
Sure. Okay.
Stop being fatalistic.
Let's try that again. That's a 14. Still not enough, I'm pretty sure.
It's-
Wait, I have a 16. I lied.
Yeah, let's say.
Still not enough.
All right, no, 16's exactly enough.
Cool.
Like, he's not wearing armor. He's just basically chilling. Like, once again,
Fair.
I
He
want you
knows
to
he
take...
doesn't need to.
Yeah, like, he's going for comfort. He's wearing his Fruit of the Looms, and that's it.
I mean, he might have to be a bit more careful against a generic crew, but not this group.
Yeah, no, honestly. 10 damage.
10 damage? All right, are you choosing to turn this into a smite?
I cannot. I used all my smite last time.
All right.
I am going into this with no spells, no lay on hands,
Yeah.
nothing.
Is this magical or regular?
It is regular damage. I'm hitting him with a sword in the
All
neck.
right. You bring your sword down on
Silver sword.
on the back of his shoulder and neck, cleaving
shadow.
into the meat.
Just in case we're a surprise werewolf.
All right.
Maybe he's got one hiding in a pocket or something.
All
Oh,
right.
werewolf!
The horse, the nightmare leers down at you, Brother Karis, and blows fire out of its nostrils, and begins to chase you.
Fair enough.
Oh.
When it attacks me, I am going to wording flare. which will give
Okay.
it disadvantage on the attack.
All right. It's gonna attack you.
Yeah.
What was your AC?
18.
Oh, I'm sorry, I still got you.
Okay.
I just hit you though.
As a heads up, everyone, I'm probably passing out after this hit.
Fair. And remember, if any of your limbs come detached, we have to just hold them in place for a while, and then they go back together. or
Yeah,
something
I
like
might
that.
survive the next hit. I'm not sure.
All right.
I would have definitely if I'd still had that health, but
So, Brother Karis is going to take 13 points of bludgeoning damage and
Okay.
10 points of fire damage.
All right. I am unconscious.
All right. Are you?
Final act, I try and slump on top of Ireena to protect her from the rampaging horse.
All right. Sounds good. Zan, what do you do?
There's really nothing I can do.
Still hiding? Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Ismark is going to rise up and join the fight. Actually, he was already rising up. He's going to... he is actually going to see what's happening with the nightmare and is going to turn and rush to his sister's aid. Brother Cars, I'm going to say that you drew the nightmare close enough that it's in range this turn for everybody else to try to reach. So your sacrifice was not in vain.
Excellent.
And that is 2 hits against the nightmare.
Your spell is over, right?
Yes, my spell ends when I go unconscious.
Just making
Aw.
sure. Yeah.
not.
Okay, so that is a total of plus 3, 8, 16, 19 points of damage as he rushes up and stabs the nightmare in its flank, screaming in rage and pain at it. And we are at the beginning of the new turn. Strahd is going to stand up. All but the most superficial of your wounds that you dealt to him are going to heal. He turns and smiles. This has been most enjoyable. Please, submit, and I'll let you leave this time. Take a knee. Held action. Dawncaller,
hmm
what would you do?
I'm gonna smack him.
Okay. All right, go ahead.
Nat 20, honey.
Perfect.
Okay, so that is... Um, 26 regular
26 regular. Perfect.
and 12 radiant.
All right, you strike him hard, bringing your blow directly down onto the center of his head, enough that he wavers a little. He doesn't fall to his knees, but they bend a little bit from the force of your blow. And the moment that your maul passes by his face, he goes from being a handsome man to a snarling, red-eyed monster. And he is going... Sounds good. What is your armor class?
18.
18? Okay. All right. He is going to grab you again and is going to do his bite maneuver again. The first bite's going to miss. So he grabs you by the shoulders again, pinning your arms to your side, and reaches for you, but you are going to be able to pull away from his bite. Shasta, what do you do?
I'm gonna hit him.
Okay.
I'm gonna try anyway.
Okay.
Good luck with less things to add to
You
this.
will have advantage on this roll because technically he's grappled, because he's grappling.
Oh yeah, there we go. Good, good. That's a 16.
16 is what you need.
Yay! It's gonna be 5 damage. I rolled a 1.
All right, you stab into his back, and he is going to spend. What's your armor class? Never mind, that's good.
17 or higher, you're good.
Okay, so I need to roll that plus this. All right, Shasta, you stab into his back, and one of his arms lashes back at the speed of sound almost, striking you for 5 points of bludgeoning damage and 14 points of necrotic damage.
14 and 5?
Yeah. 14 necrotic.
Okay.
The strike catches you directly across the mouth, and there is an ungodly popping noise as your jaw almost disconnects.
Great.
All right. Brother Karas, you're not in death saves, are you?
Me?
Yeah, when you hit 0, you go into death
Okay.
saves.
Well, if you hit exactly 0, it's weird, but...
Yeah, I success on my first one, but not a 20, so I don't stand back up.
You're not dying. That's great. Zan.
Attack the nightmare.
All
It
right.
might not need magic.
Not much I can do.
All right. The nightmare is going to try to kick at Ismark and is going to actually fail. Ismark is going to attack it again, and that's 2 successes. Or 2 hits anyway. Darn my world of darkness, and that is almost max damage. Dude! That is 21 points of damage? Yeah, 21 points of damage. Jesus. Okay. What do you have last time? So that is...
Someday I'll be the same level as Ismark.
What's that?
I said someday I'll be the same level as Ismark.
He's level 5, so...
Maybe. We might live that long.
Maybe, yeah.
You guys are on your way. 44. Oh, God. He is hacking and slashing into this beast's flank, and you think that, honestly, if he gets another turn like this, it's probably dead. However, at the end of his turn, Strahd is going to growl. We should have surrendered. And he's going to bite into your throat again, Dawncaller.
Okay.
And is going to deal... that is... so that is 8 points of piercing damage. And 15 points of necrotic damage that lowers your health.
Okay. 1 sec.
Was this your...
Stone's endurance. Okay, so...
Yikes.
Okay, so it was 8 piercing, which goes down to 4 by my damage
Yes, it does.
resistance.
And then 15
15.
necrotic.
Okay. Well, I managed to get 16, so I negate 16 points of damage.
Okay. So that means that you are going to lose. So you'll take the piercing first. So that 4 become, or that
So
4,
I take 3 damage, I think.
You take 3 damage. That
Yeah.
comes off your total.
And that comes off my total.
It comes off
Well,
your total.
I drop then.
You drop?
Yep, that's
Okay.
it for me.
If the target, if your hit points are reduced to 0, you die.
Yep, I'm below 0.
Okay. So I need you to do me a big favor.
Okay.
And can you roll me a d20 twice? $12 and 15. You know what? I'm gonna roll this for
I'm
you.
hoping for something cool.
Yeah, you rolled bad stuff, so I'm gonna pick.
Give me something cool.
Okay. I'm glad
I
you
want to
guys
be
are
badass.
Okay, so... Well, the first one you rolled was Hunchback Syndrome.
Oh.
Your climbing,
Shitty.
it turns you into a monkey, basically.
But I'm supposed to be tall and broad and intimidating.
What's your charisma, wisdom, or intelligence again?
My charisma is 14, wisdom is 16, and int is 16.
Oh, okay, that's not terrible then.
I'm a con, dex, and strength monkey. Those are my dump stats, the other ones.
Your dump stats are as good as my good stats.
Yeah, same.
I
My best-
roll fantastic when rolling Dawn Caller. It was ridiculous.
Oh,
I have 3 14s, a 15, an 18, and a 12, and that's after the modifiers from character, racial bonuses.
okay, so we're gonna go with that one because it's great. He bites deeply into you, drinking your life force, and you can feel it leave your body as you have lost this challenge. He drops your corpse onto the ground and turns toward Shasta. New round, it is Strahd's turn. Shasta, what's your armor class? Is it 17? What's it?
Yep, 17.
Okay. He reaches out and grabs you.
Mm-hmm. I have 10
And-
hit points left.
Oh god, really?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Okay, well, I'm gonna spend my second one, and that is a 19 to bite you.
She makes garbled scream sounds.
You have how many hit points?
10.
Oh, 10? 5, 6, 8, 10. Yep, I got 13.
Mm-hmm. I'm in death saves. in
He
that
grabbed...
case.
no, you're dead.
Oh,
'Cause
I'm dead,
bit,
okay.
He bit you.
Right,
So,
right.
hey, roll me d20s.
Again? Do I get another one?
You get multiples if you die.
I've died twice! Yay! So I rolled a 17
Okay.
and a 2.
They don't give you the first 2 here, and that's weird.
What do you mean?
Oh, levels 1 through 4 of Darker Gifts are, see the Adventurer League's guide for these dark gifts.
Oh.
But I don't have access to that file and cannot find it from anybody. I even had David look for it, and he can't find it.
Weird.
So, that's weird. Okay, so, he bites deeply into your throat and drops you. He then turns.
Is this not it?
If you find it, that's great. He turns and looks over at the bale of hay where Zan is hiding. Do you wish to go home, my friend?
Yep, still do. That way? A hand points out.
Kill him.
What?
He points a finger at Ismark. Kill him. I will send you home myself.
God, hey, that wasn't part of the original deal. You're going back on your deal.
I've altered the deal.
Nope. That's not part of the plan. And I'm gonna make a run for it.
Then, please, leave my home. That's true. He does not break deals, so that's good. He'll accept that, actually, very easily. As you say, that wasn't part of the deal. Fair. You may leave. Shasta, Ismark, because we love watching NPCs fight while everybody's dead, actually is going to strike the horse 2 more times. And the horse had 24 hit points. That is 5, 11, that's 16 more hit points. He's got the horse down to 8 hit points. I'm really proud of him. The horse is going to attack him.
Thanks.
The horse is going to hit him. So that was, what, 3d6 of fire and 1d8? Oh, God! That's not good, guys. That's 14 fire damage.
Ismark's a toasty corpse.
He is at 44 points of damage himself, plus Oh wait, that wasn't him. He was at 35. Okay, cool. So we're at 40. Ooh, he might still be alive. He's got 4 hit points left.
Oh my god.
Hey, that was like me.
All right.
More than the rest of us. Like,
Because the only thing that actually killed me was the hit points being lowered after I took damage. Right? Because I had 4 left, so I could have done another round, but it lowered it by 3, which then was like, well, shit.
Strahd saunters across the battlefield, striding up. The nightmare pivots and kicks, striking Ismark in the chest, igniting his clothing, dropping him to the ground. He struggles to pull his sword out and lift up to protect his sister and brother Karas. And Strahd strobes across the battlefield, moving as if stuttering across time. Ismark stands, only to find the vampire's fingers knitted in his hair. He pulls Ismark's head back. I will see you at the wedding. And throws him across the battlefield. He does not take full damage. That's good. With that, he leans down, lifts Ireena up, and as dark mist begins to fill the battlefield, all of you will hear, even as you're unconscious, even as you feel this mist seeping into your lungs. Barovia is not done with you yet. All of you will gasp and feel this strange sensation bubbling up inside of you. Brother Karas, you are going to come to, just in time to see the flaming trail of the nightmare across the sky. Zan, in the distance, you see the same streak across the sky as well. Dawncaller, for a moment, you think you can hear the distant voices of your ancestors calling you across the blackness. But this isn't what the elders told you it would be. There is no stone path. There is no candle. There are no welcoming voices. Instead, it's like being buried alive and hearing people talk atop your grave. A barrier between you and your honored final homeland. Your lungs instinctively fill with a burning mist. And as they do, you are going to feel intense pain on your body. You're going to come back to life with 1 hit point.
Okay.
As you come to looking down, you see that you now have claws with sharp talons on your hands and feet. They've actually ripped through your boots. And you have a coarse fur-like hair covering the majority of your body. Think the Lon Chaney Wolfman. You're a furry. Congrats.
Awoo.
I mean, not woo, but okay.
I said awoo.
Ow.
So you now can use your claws as unarmed strikes, 1d3 slashing.
Okay.
Climbing, you climb at normal speed instead of half speed, and can climb without tools. Anytime you encounter a hostile creature, there is a chance you will go into a beastly frenzy and just attack.
So,
if you fail a DC 10 charisma saving throw.
not like normal?
This is if it's just a hostile creature, not an attacking creature.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay, then.
As in, stuff gets stepped up, it gets put down.
Okay. So,
you also gain advantage on perception checks involving smell.
okay. I will get this all written down at some point.
Yep. On the break, I'll just hand you the sheet. So, and as for you and your second one, let's see. As you breathe the
something
mist in,
terrible.
Shasta, for a moment you think you can hear voices as well. They're the sounds of you thought you'd forgotten what they sounded like. The children had such a wonderful laugh. It always let you know they were up to mischief. Oh God, how much you've missed them. Your child. All of the dead that you left behind are gathered around you. Except, as your vision clears, Shasta, 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 Mommy, Mommy. Whispers and ghostly apparitions haunt you from here on in. You gain disadvantage on fear saves. During your long rests, you have to succeed a DC 10 saving throw. Whenever I feel like it. Or, it says at the DM discretion. Or have horrifying dreams torment you.
Good.
Failure of this save cancels the effects of a long rest. However, you now have advantage on saving throws and ability checks to discern illusions. As the voices whisper and guide you toward the truth. So there you go. The other one was you could have gotten bad ears.
No.
Yeah, I decided to go with this one because of your character.
Yeah, that's good. Good,
All
good.
right.
So am I essentially a werewolf now?
Basically.
Yeah, kind of.
Now,
Brother,
I know we were talking about fur for Don Collar, but does anyone remember the old 90s cartoon Gargoyles? Because Goliaths do have a lot of stone shit going on, and they had claws and could climb and all that shit. And we could lean into the Goliath stone thing. It's mechanically the same, but way less furry.
what do you want, Don Collar?
Question, am I vulnerable to silver in this form?
No.
Okay, good. I'm fine with claws. I just need to get one of those hats that are like the wolf head hats. Be really hot in the summer, but
All right. So you all awaken on the battlefield. What do you do? Actually, you'll
Shasta thirsty. Do I need to make a save because I just got drained of a bunch of blood?
make me a charisma save, yeah.
Great.
and I'm still permanently lowered by those hit points, right?
Until you long rest.
Oh, just until I long rest.
20.
Yeah.
Sweet.
I didn't want
Okay.
to tell you in the middle of the fight because it makes it way scarier if you don't know.
Yeah.
20.
20.
Fine.
You're fine. You come to with a start. A hooded man is leaning over you.
Grab his throat. Because,
All right. Make me an attack roll.
Okay. Do I have disadvantage because I'm prone?
No.
Okay. It's gonna be a 14, I guess.
All right. You are going to grab Davian Martikov by the hood and pull him down. Peace, peace. The demon is gone. You freed the winery.
Okay.
Drink. And he presses a wineskin to your lips.
Okay, yeah, she'll drink after a second.
It's thick. Sorry, I don't know if you can hear the motorcycle through my mic, but
Vaguely.
okay, it's way louder. This mic, I love this mic. I love this mic too. It's rather chunky, and fairly watered down vintage, but there are bits of like great pulp still in it. So as you drink that, you're gonna heal 5 points of damage.
Yay, I have 5 hit points. Or if
You
I
have
start
six.
at
You
one,
have
then I have
6 hit points.
What?
Another one of
yeah.
the people from the winery is going to head over, and Don Collar, you are going to awaken with one of them pressing a wineskin to your mouth. And you are going to heal 6 points of damage.
Sweet.
Alright. Brother Karis, as well, you're going to get 5. 5 back as the Lady Mardukov begins administering to your wounds. And as you awaken to the darkness, is there anything that anyone is going to say? Zan, or you just keep running for the hills?
Yeah, pretty much.
Pretty much?
I'm gonna sit up and look at my hands and then probably see my feet and go, damn it, my boots.
Jess is gonna roll over and try and get herself onto like all fours and then eventually stand up, but she's very unsteady.
I'm gonna cough and sputter and suck wind as the horse kicked me so hard I passed out. And then Brother Garth is gonna slowly get to his feet. Shit. Is Mark, Ireena, are they here?
Doncolor will just look around, kind of going, I don't know.
One of the Mardukovs is tending to Ismark, who looks like he was, there is actually a trail in the mud from where he was hurled across the battlefield. He'll live.
That is a blessing. I like creakily like get all the way up and go, perhaps to have a fire inside.
You are more than welcome to take shelter with us, the old man Mardukov says. Come inside. We have food, we have shelter, and we have thanks. And with that, they will take you inside and let you rest up. I think we should call a quick break here.
Good plan.
So everybody go, and you are going to head inside. And guess what? What level are you right now?
3.
You mean 4?
Yay!
Yeah!
Because you had your first encounter with Strahd. Congrats! All right, so we'll be right back, and we're going to... Actually, we'll tell you what. How much gas does everybody have in the tank tonight? Because I know it's an unscheduled night.
I probably have another hour or so.
Yeah. Thereabouts.
Aim for
Yeah,
10-ish.
Much long for that.
Sounds reasonable.
Okay.
So we could go for another little bit.
Okay, so why don't we figure out a... So what we'll do is we'll level up at the end of game then, because there's not going to be any combat, probably, between then and now and there. Well, maybe it'll be surprise combat. But you'll
Depends
level
on
up...
how hostile that old man gets.
True. You know how that thing.
He was pretty hostile before.
That's true, but then you, like, died saving his vineyard, so he's a little more enamored with you.
Yeah.
He was nice to me.
He was nice to you, yeah.
I'm kind of a punk.
I didn't do anything, he just got hostile.
Hmm.
Like...
So, and then we'll figure out a battle plan of what you want to do with the...
Doncolor will get to gripe about being furry now.
All right.
He's not
And
a
with that,
beast.
You kind of are.
Now.
We'll be right back.
Proud.
I'm too far to the right. There we go. Hello. Welcome back to Curse of Strahd, Party Wipe Edition. All right. So all of you are going to heal to full. Zan, as you are running down the road, you are going to hear the sound of ravens flying overhead.
Oh no.
Rain begins to fall all around you. And the ravens start to circle. You find yourself on a pathway. In the distance, wolves howl. Above you, you hear the sound of bats taking to flight. A raven swoops down onto the path in front of you, and suddenly swells and grows into the shape of a man. He stands tall in front of you, and you will recognize him as the innkeeper.
I'm going to turn and start running the other direction.
Are you really this much of a coward?
Now, wave my hand over my head. Yep.
Then let the wolves have you. He turns. There is a rustle of feathers, and the ravens depart. So, Zan, where are you headed in the middle of the night through the Barovian wilderness alone? Can you make me a wisdom save to see, or a wisdom check to see whether or not this would strike you as the worst freaking idea you've had? What'd you get?
I got a 2.
Nope, totally good idea. Totally legit.
So you're just
No thinking at all.
You are panicking. So just one moment. Nighttime encounters.
I should just burn my dice.
I feel that on a deep, like, fundamental level. Yes. With my rules,
As you're running, a figure looms out of the woods.
What is it with all these damn figures coming out of nowhere?
You can hear him before you see him. The sound of rusty armor scraping against itself. You hear a wolf howl. Close. And it lunges from the other side of the road. This figure steps out. Clad in rusty armor, it clutches a gleaming broadsword in a pale hand lit by the moonlight, and brings it down on the wolf's neck. There's the sickening sound of meat and bones separating, like at a butcher's block. The wolf hits the ground hard. Its head rolls to the side. Rolls to your feet even as you're trying to slow your pace. Trying to basically skid to a stop on the dusty trail. The wolf's head rolls to your feet, and by the time it finishes rolling, it is the face of a woman. The body shivers behind you and turns into a rather hirsute, but still very human form. The figure turns to you, and you can see immediately that the figure has absolutely no fear. He looks you up and down. What are you gonna do? Are you just gonna flee? Actually, make me an insight roll.
4.
What did you get on the dice?
This is what I'm rolling.
Oh my god.
relatable.
All right. So panicking at him, you'll recognize that he's clad in tattered chainmail, and you can see that there's some type of sigil or badge, some marking on his tattered cloak, but it's too soiled for you to make out at this distance. You get the sense that he is honestly, the pale flesh is ripped and torn over the muscle, and he looks very similar to a zombie. What do you do?
I run.
Okay, so you run back toward the ravens. Do you run toward the left or the right? Through the woods?
Whatever direction is the most available.
Okay, all right. So that would probably be the direction he just came from, since there aren't wolves that direction. All right. As you run through the woods, you are going to find yourself exhausted from fear and flight. Where would you wait in the woods if you needed to catch your breath? Would you
I'd just go climb at the tallest tree that I can find.
Okay, go ahead and make me an athletics roll.
8.
All right, so you take a little bit of time, but you'll do it, okay? Climbing the tree. You're up there for a moment, catching your breath. And it's about that time that you notice that you're not entirely alone. You've ran about half a mile from where you saw this skeletal figure, this decomposed figure. And then stumbling through the woods here is a gaunt figure with wild hair and bare feet. He's moving through the woods on all fours, wearing a tattered gown of stitched animal skins. The only reason you can tell that's a he at all is that you saw his face as he was turning to run away from the vineyard. It's the druid that you had chased out earlier, right before your confrontation with Strahd. He paces around, raises his head to the air. And pauses, taking a breath, and begins urinating at the base of the tree you're in. What would you like to do? He's going to wait it out?
I'm going to see if I can drop one of my daggers onto him from above.
Like, as an attack, or just as an annoyance?
As in the pointy end down. We'll see what happens, but yeah, essentially an attack. Like, I'm not throwing it, but gravity can do all the work from this height.
It's not going to do nearly as much damage if you don't throw it. Like, if you throw from this angle, you'll get a sneak attack in.
Okay, might as well.
You might as well, right? Like, it's...
What's the worst that can happen?
Shit.
I'll roll
Don't
a
ask
2,
that.
right?
Okay, so...
You roll a 1 and stab yourself.
Cut the limb off that I'm standing on.
Alright, so go ahead and make me an attack roll. Have you spent your inspiration?
No.
Okay. So this is a sneak attack automatically, so he is unaware. You have advantage on this roll.
Okay. Oh, that's about the roll. 19.
That's definitely a hit. Go ahead and roll me damage.
Nice.
So that's 1d4 plus your dexterity plus 2d6.
17.
17 points of damage? Damn, son. All right. Hurling your dagger down, it is going to catch him at the nape of the neck, and he is going to shriek, jerking backwards and looking around, one hand still on his genitalia as he scrambles for his weapon. Roll me initiative. I think you go first.
23.
I got a 5, so...
Yeah, I rolled a 20.
All right, so he looks up at you, still bleary, snorting, and urinating on the tree, snarls upwards, and what do you do?
I throw another knife.
Okay, go ahead and make me that attack roll. You do not have advantage on this, but you can spend your inspiration if you'd like.
It's okay, I rolled 14 again. So
That's a hit.
Yeah, so 17. And
If you rolled a 14, it should be 19 for you, don't forget.
Is it because I'm adding dexterity and the proficiency?
Yeah, total plus
Okay.
5.
Well, that's what's screwing me up.
Yeah, it's because you're used to Thaco.
Yep. And damage. One point of damage.
Don't forget you always add your dexterity to damage. Or actually, throwing knives are strength, aren't they?
Yeah, for strength.
Yeah, thrown weapons are strength.
Or are they? Or does it count? I thought
it's strength.
For throwing knives specifically.
Any
Through knives and
thrown weapon
axes
is strength.
and javelins. Yeah.
All right.
Though I'm not sure if they have anything on them that allows you to like finesse or something.
Yeah,
The finesse
it's
doesn't
you're
give
just
them
whip.
offhand.
No, you're just whipping daggers. Finesse is what lets you use dex for hit damage.
Yeah, that's what.
So-
Sure for the throwing, but yeah, maybe.
I'm down
I'm
with
happy to
that.
let it
All right.
happen.
So, and don't forget that if you spend your move action just aiming with a ranged attack, the new rogue rules we're using allow you to call a sneak attack. So you can add your, you can choose to imply 2 more d6,
As opposed to...
not adding 2d6.
Oh. Well, then I'll add 2 dice.
Basically, you just don't move, and instead you aim real good. Because the updated class variant rules they just put out in January are phenomenal.
So, add another 7 to that.
Add another 7. All right, so where are you putting this knife?
Whatever's sticking out.
All right, so top or bottom?
Top.
Okay, he looks right at you and opens his mouth to begin casting an incantation at you. The thunder is going to begin to build overhead, and before he can, your knife is going to fly through the back of his mouth, pinning him to another nearby tree out the back of his head.
Tasty.
His body slumps, but is held upright for one macabre moment by your blade before he tumbles, the knife pulling through the wound.
And how far away is he from the bottom of the tree?
He's about 20 feet.
Oh, okay. Like throwing distance.
He's within throwing distance of you. Yeah, no, he's dead.
Okay.
He collapses face first onto a rock, and there's a satisfying crunch.
Okay.
You hear a mule meow from your pack, and your cat scrabbles down the tree.
Okay.
It hisses and makes its own attack, and manages to swipe at a mouse that is running away from his clothing. There's a satisfying crunch there as well as he brings his fangs down around this mouse's neck, and then he looks up at you with a mouse dangling from his lips.
Awesome.
All right, what do you do?
I will make sure there's no one else like lingering around. Like I'll check the horizon, and then I'll climb down and get my daggers back.
All right, they are fairly icky, but they're there.
Awesome. And I will clean them off, and then I will head back to find the others because running around in the dark sucks.
Are you doing anything else involving the body?
Nope.
Oh, you're not even gonna loot it.
No.
Oh.
I'm just done.
You're just done? Okay. All right, so where are you headed back to, you said?
Back to where everyone else last was.
All right. You will approach the vineyard. And as you do, you will... Are you coming in stealthily or just coming back tired?
Coming back tired.
All right, as you do, perfect. A woman is standing by the door, bringing in the last things from outside. You recognize her as one of the women, the daughter-in-law of the old man who was outside earlier. She looks over in your direction as you approach. The rest of your friends are inside. We have food for you. Come on.
Thank you.
You ran?
Yes.
Most do. It is good that you came back. Better to eat with friends than die alone in the woods, eh? Come.
Makes sense.
Plenty of courage inside the wine barrels. We could all use some.
I might need twice as much.
If only we had the winery. Be a dear, help me carry this bucket.
I will assist.
Okay. And you will go inside and you will rest up. Morning comes. As much as it ever does in Barovia. A steady rain is beating down on the shingles of the large room that they've set up for you. as dawn reaches up into the sky, only to be buffeted away by thick storm clouds. You come to, the memory of last night hauntingly clear. What do you do?
I pray. I'll pray for my spells for the day at whatever fire is available. And I only mention this specifically because I'm going to change my prep spell, Shield of Faith, for Purify Food and Drink, so that I can try and purify the wine barrel.
Okay. All right. So.
I roll out of bed and mourn my boots again.
That's fair. They are very dead.
I strap my lovely direwolf cape on my back.
It's a good thing
It
none of us
adds
are
the level of
allergic.
fur on me. I hide most of that under clothing.
Okay.
At least you won't get cold.
Well, I have a feeling the sleeves of my shirt sit differently now because they're held out by fur.
Possibly.
And I will sit there calmly cleaning and sharpening my claws.
There will be a knock on your door. And food is brought into you by the Mardikovs. They are remarkably warmer during the daylight hours and after having slept in their own beds again. The old man leers into the room. You needed wine to deliver. Is your horse. We have already loaded it with as much wine as we have.
Thank you.
And this mark on the wine vat.
I would
Is
not
that you?
drink from that one. Let me... Hold on. I'm going to stand up, put my, whatever tray or plate of food he gave me down, and go, let me come and take a look at that.
All right.
I will first cast Detect Magic as a ritual, because Purify Food and Drink works on non-magical food and drink, and I don't know how that works. Yeah.
It is not magic, it's just poison.
Perfect. I'll look at the old man and I'll go, we saw one of the druids, if you could call them that, pour something into here. Hold on. And I will, I can cast as a ritual, so I'm not even going to burn a spell slot. I'm going to pull out some incense. I'm going to light some incense. I'm going to put my hands on the wine barrel and start muttering prayers under my breath. And it's going to, without damaging the wine in any way, because this is magical bullshit, the wine comes to a simmer and the poison just burns off.
Okay, so a cloud of noxious grayish green is going to rise off of the vat, form into the shape of a skull, and then dissipate with it. Because of course it does. All right.
Now I'm going to look at him and go, should be safe to drink now.
I need to speak with all of you about many things, but I will wait until you have finished your breakfast in peace.
If that is your preference, I am happy to be spoken to as I eat.
Oh, all right. Then I will do that. He follows you back into the room, pulls up a chair with a scraping noise across the floor, and settles his old bones into the chair, clutching his walking stick between his legs with both hands. Thank you for what you have done here. These evil druids, they have done horrible things to our land, to the vineyard. They have stolen our vineyard is blessed by magic. It is the only reason we can grow wine in this cursed land. The vineyard's magic seeds have been stolen. I would ask if you are looking to do good, for the good of Barovia. Go and rescue these. To Berez, to Yester Hill. It's where two of them are. I have no idea where the third one is.
Sorry, are we all there?
Yes, this is to all of you in your where you're eating in the room.
Okay.
If you do, I can guarantee winery for a long time. I can guarantee wine to all for years.
If there is one thing we have learned in this land, it is that wine is its lifeblood.
Seems to be anyway.
And this is not a bad thing. It means that your purpose is noble.
I will pull out a map and ask him to point out where he talked.
Okay, so map of Barovia.
Mm-hmm.
Let me just see if I do have a map of Barovia. Okay. You know what? I'm going to use the trick I use in generic with the X. So guys, if you have Twitch up, I will show you in just a second. As soon as the damn thing loads. I know we're all smeepy.
I'm trying not to.
Wait, is that how big this map is? That ain't very big. Sorry, computer's doing a million things, so it's tired.
That's fair.
What was the name of the place again? Because we can always write it down and then.
Yester Hill.
Yester Hill. Okay.
And I'm popping it in a ride now. Okay. He describes it as magic stones about the size of a pine cone, and explains that they are instrumental to the wine creation process here. As he is doing so, he's still a gruff old grumpy bastard, but he's very thankful for the work that you did here.
I'm sorry.
That's okay. There we go.
I have a case
No,
of yawns.
Okay, so you can see the map here, sort of. If I can click on it. But, no. There we go. Okay, so let's pop open the text and create an X. Boop. Let's class this up a little. And let's make it red, so that it's easier to see. Where the hell do I do that again? Oh yeah, select color. Duh. Okay. So. Oh, why are you yellow, Mike?
Because I'm changing the color of the room.
Oh, okay. Okay, so let me just consult my map. So right now you are at the Wizards of Wine winery. Wizard of Wine winery, not Wizards. Which is PW. So you are right here. You need to get to...
Oh my god.
Okay, so it's that first clearing off the road, not the end of the road?
It's the clearing itself. Yeah, the end of... I believe the end of the road is where you're trying to get.
Okay.
Okay.
Yes, so basically just down the road, about the same distance as Kresk, south. So not here, but here. Not here, but here. Not here, but here. Okay.
Okay, and that's the Yester Hill?
That's Yester Hill.
So you say that the druids stole the magic that flows through this winery. If the druids are dead, what guards the... sorry, were they seeds or stones?
Stones. Seeds, stones.
Yeah.
He goes back and forth.
What guards the stones?
Those are not the only druids. Strahd. The devil has many minions. There will be more. I have no idea what they were using them for, or whether they not... We just wanted to forsake our land.
Really tired of these druids already.
Yes, you think you're tired of them. A pox on them. You are here wanting to... You almost gave your lives last night, fighting the devil. Do this task, and I will help you as much as I can with what I have.
Your magnanimous benefactions have already been greatly appreciated.
Stop bullshitting me.
I am not bullshitting you. You make a goddamn fine breakfast stew and a good wine.
Is my daughter-in-law. She's very, very good. Best part of this family ever since my stupid son refused to take over this place. Ugh.
Look, this Yester Hill is not far down the road. We have much wine to deliver, and to this we have already committed ourselves. Sorry, I'm having a player knowledge brain gap thing.
Sure, go ahead.
When did we tell the...
you needed to be back
band?
within 3 days.
Okay.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
it's been 1 day.
It's been 1 day only.
Yeah.
You made good time.
But I think we have, in that case, I think we have enough time to investigate the seeds and see if we can recover them for you.
Yeah,
Yeah,
'cause
what's
now
the
we
worst
don't have
that
to
could
bring any
happen?
to Crest,
We
'cause we
die.
don't need to go there, so...
Wait,
What?
I still believe we should bring wine to Crest.
Why?
It's a balm for the people of this region as they try to resist Strahd. Any sort of buttressing of those relationships is to
I
our
mean, we
benefit.
fixed the issue with the winery so that they can now deliver to them.
Exactly.
Actually, as you say that, the tall, handsome son is going to lean into the room. Hey, if I overheard, yes, we can do the delivery. I mean, we wouldn't mind the company, but it's light out. We should be fine during the day.
Yeah.
We can make some of the deliveries at least, the local ones.
That is even more beneficial.
That
Because
way we just
that
have
way,
to deal with that one for the Balaki.
yes, and this way you're...
Which,
You're
that one I would
nice.
like to just drop at the gates, preferably, and I don't want to deal with that what's-his-face again. He was insane.
That
I
asshole.
think I have to return his book, or he'll hunt me down.
Well, just leave it wrapped up in the wagon and ask the guards to take it to him as it's his property.
It's very true. Fair enough.
I'm
We
sure they're
also
afraid
need
of him
to-
enough that they wouldn't screw with that.
We also need to meet the striking noble in Wallachia. The one who said he had many things to talk to us about. Particularly you? Whichever one of you it was. I don't remember which one.
What did you say?
The striking noble who, low-key hit on, I can't remember if it was Dawncaller or Shasta.
Both?
I think it
I don't know.
was Shasta.
I think it was Shasta, but I'm not 100%.
Yeah,
I
nobody hits
forgot
on
about that
Dawncaller.
entirely.
Oh,
Yeah.
Van
Oh,
Holst?
no. Oh.
Yeah, but we need to go and meet with Van Holst, the striking noble who had an interesting proposition for all of us.
I had forgotten about that entirely, and I had hoped to continue to forget. Thank you, Brother Karis.
Oh, you are most welcome. One never
did
forgets a
he
man
have?
in armor with a strong jaw.
What did he seem to think we'd be interested in?
Insurrection.
He is plotting a revolution in
I
Milwaukee.
actually do agree. I would be happy to help overthrow the.
I mean, we've got 7 days to potentially help Ireena.
We can do it in 5. It's fine.
This is also true. We have been invited to the house, to the manor of Count Strahd. And that is our
It is a-
terminus.
It is a castle, yes.
I mean, we can always meet with him and explain that, or not Strahd, this noble, that we can't stick around because we have to go meet with Strahd. I'm sure he would understand that we can't miss that.
I mean, we should probably also try and find something that can, like, actually damage.
Yes, I agree.
Strahd?
So
That is where
maybe
I will
he has a
come in.
weapon that we could take or use or something.
There is also Kresk.
What about them?
Kresk has the Abbey of Saint Markovia.
Right, that's
Perhaps-
why Ireena was. They were hoping to hide Ireena there.
Perhaps the abbot can have a blessing there that can help you.
I mean, I don't really expect much help from them, but maybe.
Maybe. We only... Ismark's voice echoes from the back of the room. We have 1 week before the wedding.
Mm-hmm.
This
We have to
is,
use this time wisely.
this is not to naysay, and any help that the Abbey can provide would be greatly appreciated. However, as we approach Strahd's castle for his wedding, perhaps our plan to save Ireena should involve more speed, stealth, than trying to fight what laid us low last night.
You mean what? Beat us to the ground and drank our blood and wrecked us?
That's what I said, yes. In more words, though.
Look, I want him dead.
Agreed.
I
Now
don't
it's
disagree.
personal.
Can I get everyone to make me an intelligence roll?
Sure. I sure can try. Where were these rolls earlier? What the hell? 19.
19?
17.
18.
Intelligence? No, 19.
Oh, God. All of you do remember that not only did he invite you to the wedding, he also invited you just to come and have dinner.
Yeah.
And by the laws of hospitality, he should be able to do both. There is a chance, and I'm not telling you this is an option that you should do, I'm telling you it's an option you have because this is a very open-ended adventure. You could, in theory, try to go to dinner and steal Ireena from...
And or at least see if we have an opportunity, and otherwise scout out the location.
You could also
Yeah.
try to find... you could ask around, like start asking around to see if there are any allies you could make besides Ismark, who does pretty good against horses.
But there's also those like items and weapons and things that were seeded earlier on in the game that I have long since forgotten what they are, but were mentioned at one point. There was
Being
something about a
blunt, that's
tower.
kind of what I was proposing, is that we go in, we try and steal Ireena this time, we go back and try and kill him later. Like, I think right now, totally out of character, our best option is to go to the wedding or to go to dinner and
Yeah.
use those opportunities where we have the hospitality to try and like snatch and grab Ireena and then
Okay.
haul ass somewhere.
Well, why don't we just say,
Agreed.
let's let's say that was an insight roll, and so anybody who wants to, you can ask me a question, and I will get all of you will get one question you can ask me, and I will suggest something to you. I'll give you one for free. How many people are at a dinner party versus at a wedding?
There are fewer people at a dinner party.
So probably safer to go to that and try to steal her, rather than when he invites, like, I don't know, like everyone
All
from
of
the
his
monster
werewolf
match.
buddies?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
That's fair.
in another universe or reality, having more people there would be more distractions and easier to slip away. In this one, I feel like every single one of those guests would probably be on his side and actively working for him and wreck us if we tried.
Depends if you
So.
manage to get him down on his knees or not, I think. But that's evil for you.
Yeah.
I think we
All right.
go to dinner. Two or three of us just vamp at him while someone else sneaks away. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
You're the sneaky one.
Karis and Zan. Uncolor's way too direct.
And Shasta wants him wrecked. She will take up the opportunity to just get in his face now.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I wouldn't trust any of you guys at a table with him at this point.
All right. So
I mean, Dawn Caller can keep her mouth shut
All right.
for the most part, but
So as you're talking about this, feel free. All like I said, all of you can ask me one question each. But one thing that's going to come out just through your conversation is that Davian is going to mention, if you're looking for allies to destroy the devil, I have heard rumor that there is a vampire hunter, a legendary one who has returned to Barovia. A man named Van Richten.
Interesting.
Yes. Maybe you hunt him down. Use him as a false flag to draw attention.
Diversion.
Yes. As far as I understand, this Van Richten has a tower that he has set up a workshop or a home base in.
Tower. What tower?
is it a white tower?
Tower of Kazan.
Oh.
It is.
Is it white?
Let me check if it's white. Hold on. One moment.
Because you told us about a white tower and kind of gave us some
trail-
area on a map.
Loosely. Supposed to be like really high up or something.
No, it's
Okay.
actually pretty low down on the map. It's right
Oh.
by Luna Lake area.
Right. No, but I
Look-
thought it was supposed to be like physically high up. Like,
Let me check this real
Yeah, it
quick.
might be a high in elevation, but I'm not sure.
yeah, elevation.
It's low
not
on the
up.
map.
Yeah.
So we're gonna
Like
say that I
southern.
was talking about. Is it the one by Lake Baratok, or is this the one by? Oh, by Luna Lake. That's
Yeah.
I think.
It's been like 6 weeks. Oh, by the
Been like-
by the Tenka Pass.
Yeah.
Because that's just what got written on here. So
That's the way out of Barovia, in theory,
Oh. Okay.
is the Totenka Pass.
okay.
But there's definitely something about a white tower and like a weapon and like a.
That's true.
Mm-hmm.
I just don't remember which. It
so-
was the second when we encountered the.
If you have the map out,
Yeah.
he will point out that it is right next to Lake Baratok.
Is it that little island that pops into it a bit?
Yep, that's the tower that he's talking about.
Okay, so that's Vampire Hunter.
So it's basically on the way back to Valaki.
All right.
I guess that's one of our stops.
So, do you have any questions that I can answer?
Probably. Just give me a sec.
Take your time.
We are strangers to this land, but seems as though certain rules govern action here. We suspect a law of hospitality, but what are its boundaries?
It depends. If you are with normal people, it's pretty similar no matter where you go. The Kresk people are more uptight. They keep themselves hidden behind their wall. But they are not bad people, just protective. The people of Vallaki are not in a good place with that maniac. You know about the Morning Lord and Mother Night?
Yes.
The Vistani, they are considered to be robbers and thieves by many. The reason is they serve Strahd. Long ago, they did a service for him. They saved his life when he still breathed. The Vistani alone can leave Barovia. No one trusts them because of this, and with good reason. Most of them are bastards. In more ways than one. There is an old one, though. A very knowledgeable old woman. Madame Eva.
We're familiar.
Perhaps she can give you guidance.
Yeah. Sorry.
It's alright, you have a faster tongue than me.
Oh, well, we have spoken with Madame Eva. She mentioned a White Tower and some weapon or treasure or source of something that might aid against Strahd.
White Tower.
We weren't sure if we're wondering if this was the same as this Tower of Kazan you mentioned, or Kazan.
It could be the Tower of Kazan.
Hmm.
The Tower of Kazan. Kazan was an architect, a wizard, who helped raise Castle Ravenloft.
Hmm.
He built it for his trouble. For his trouble, he was given a parcel of land. But his ego got too big for him and he decided to challenge the devil for Barovia.
I think we've heard some of that tale. Did he banded together a group of...
that was the Mad Mage. There's several mages.
That was a different... Oh, you have several Mad Mages, okay.
This one's not mad, he's just...
All wizards are mad.
Stupid.
Mad. I guess they're all mad, yes. No, this one, he tried, if I remember the story, he tried to challenge Strahd. Instead, Strahd convinced him to join him. Kazan has left his tower. I do not know where he is. This is ages ago, though. Now it belongs to Van Richten. It's easy to reach. I don't think it's white. The White Towers would be probably the ones at Solon Pass by the Lunar River.
Right.
It is... let me see how much he knows about this one sec. He knows a lot about it. I got a nat 20. It is a dangerous place. Very cold, very treacherous. There are creatures there called Vroks. As well as many undead. But also, it is, in theory, the way out of Barovia. if were it not blocked by the mists.
That's good to know.
I know that there is a beast that prowls Solenka Pass called Sangzor. It is Old Tongue for Bloodhorn.
Huh.
It sounds much scarier than it is. Well, it's pretty scary. It's a 9-foot tall goat monster. You should be able to take it easily.
I was hoping. I don't think I could.
Don Collar's very confident.
I know that its pelt is a sought after thing by the berserkers.
Better than my direwolf.
Yes.
Alright.
You realize you were petting your own neck instead of the fur, right?
Reach farther down.
Oh, you got fuzzy.
Yeah.
Is there anything else I can help you with?
Not that I can think of, you guys. I know I'm forgetting something, but it's just been so crazy.
You've promised Dmitri that you will bring him wine.
That is true.
My son at the Blue Water Inn.
We
We promised him that we would check on what was going on with the wine supply. We had to promise what's-his-face, the guy who controls the area, the wine.
Yeah.
He's the one who's probably going to go insane if we don't bring it.
Yeah.
And put, like, bounties on us or something.
Dmitri. He knows much about the region. You can see that for a moment he hesitates. He's considering something. Come back with the magic seeds, and perhaps I can help you more.
That is.
Alright. Well, it's morning, so.
Yes.
How are you lot doing? Good, good, good.
Yeah, I want to get moving.
Let's go.
Sure.
Thank you for the hospitality, as Mark says. And with that, you prepare to go off and liberate the magic seeds and return the wine to good wine.
We go to return the wine for 10 gold a casket.
Yeah. All right, with that, I think that's a good place to call game for the night, heading off to Vester Hill. So everybody go ahead and level up.
Yay! The only things I get on this are the increased hit points and ability.
All right, so everybody roll your hit dice. Remember that 1s are test rolls and 2s are test rolls.
Okay. Well, I rolled an 8, so I guess that means my hit points go up.
That's pretty good. Don't forget to add your Constitution modifier to that.
Yeah.
All right, Zan, what'd you roll?
Trying to figure out what I'm supposed to be rolling.
You are rolling your hit dice, which is a D8.
All of these dice suck. Oh, except for this one. I rolled an 8.
All right, so add your Constitution modifier, if any, and that goes onto your hit points.
Yay.
Dog Collar, what'd you get?
So I rolled like 4 1s in a row before I finally got a 12.
Okay, well, the 1s are test rolls. Brother Karis.
A couple test rolls and then a 6.
6 sounds pretty good out of 8, right?
Yeah.
All right,
Not
so
bad. I have a good con.
all right, so go ahead and add that there. Going through the list of things real quick. Christine, I know you can level up accordingly. Neil, I know you can as well. Everybody, you are level 4, which means that you get something now. So for one,
I get
some of
ability
you
score increase.
you do. So any one of you gets one of the following things. you can either increase one ability score by 2 points. You can increase 2 by 1 point. I usually use that to round off uneven or odd numbers and gain an extra bonus. Or we are using feats. So if you find a feat, you can sacrifice your ability mod to gain a feat, sometimes which will raise some of your stats as well. If you raise Constitution, you retroactively gain that many hit points for every level. And feats, do take a look. So Michael in particular, do take a look in feats because there are some that are quite potent that could be very, very helpful. Such as Lucky. Basically gives you 3 re-rolls every long rest.
Okay.
Or Savage Attacker is pretty broken too.
I have #Strahd goals written in my notebook at the bottom somewhere.
Nice.
For
What
some reason.
page is feats on?
Feet start around 165.
Okay.
Mage Slayer is another good one. When a creature within 5 feet of you casts a spell, you can use your reaction to do a melee attack with it. And when you attack someone who is using a concentration spell, they have disadvantage on their save.
Ooh.
Oh, and you have
That's
advantage
nice.
on saving throws against spells cast by a creature within 5 feet of you. I will say Strahd is a powerful wizard as well. If you've seen something happen in a Castlevania video game, he can probably do it. Yeah, so there are quite a few feats. Take a look. Besides that, any other things that you get the ability and score improvement. Your proficiency bonus and sneak attack stay the same, Zan. And then Shasta for paladins. I believe they are...
My lay on hands goes up a little bit, but I think that's it.
Yeah, you might get an extra spell.
Nope. Not yet.
Not yet, that's next level. You get an extra attack next level.
I do. Yeah.
Yeah.
Whenever I
All right.
get there.
So that's going to be it. This was a slightly shorter game. I hope you guys had some fun with Strahd's first appearance. How's everybody feeling? Yeah?
What?
I feel like death.
How do you feel about Strahd?
He's
He's
an
a dick.
asshole. Just
Is he
stab
kind of
him.
is he kind of fun at least? Am I
Oh
Strahding
no,
well
as a
enough?
player, it's great. As a
Okay.
character, fuck him.
Oh yeah. I mean, he's handsome. You can do it.
Nah, she's had
Wow.
enough bad times with evil characters.
Hey, at least this guy's like lawful evil. He'll wait. Is he lawful evil? He always listens. He always follows his word, but I don't know how they.
If
wrote
he's
him.
lawful evil, then that's even more like her ex.
Oh yeah, lawful evil.
Yeah, no, there's some similarities there she does not like.
God, he's got so many things.
Mm-hmm.
And for those of you who have never done it before, this is our first time encountering an enemy with legendary attributes. So legendaries are things like why I noticed. You may have noticed that he sure gets a lot of attacks.
Yeah. Several.
So he can spend one of his 3 legendary actions, which refresh every turn. When someone else completes their action, he can take an action. And these are things like, turn into a bat or like bite you.
Turn into a flock of bats to get out of uncomfortable social situations.
Or speeding tickets.
That too.
All right, so that's going to be it for tonight. Thank you so much for tuning into Dork Tales. We will see you again tomorrow night for Generic Fantasy setting number 17735. Oh god, so much D&D.
Gonna be great.
And then we will see you after that on Saturday night for Port Echidna, the secret of Hexter House. And then we will see you on Sunday day for It's Always Magical in Fandalia.
It's so much D&D.
My brain. So many funny voices.
Practice.
That is my entire life is practicing funny voices. What do you mean? God.
I don't know.
I kind of have to have kids just for the funny voices. All my nieces are grown up. All right. I will see you all next time. We will see you all in the next adventure. Goodbye, dorks. Blah.